you. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction, Ankita. And so nice to see all of you on Monday evening. Uh, we have set of 47 participants today and looking forward for a great session with all of you. Keeping in mind, we will keep my talk will be a little crisp and we will take more and more questions. I think that will work. I think Ankita will help me to tell the questions, share the questions. We can have the question and answer round at the end of the session. Okay.
Absolutely.
I think on that note, let's begin. Yes. Okay. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. And I also would like to know Okay. Is the slideshow on?
No, actually, we can see all the slides. If you can just.
Now it must be on. Yes, now is it on, Ankita?
No, actually, we can see the next few slides as well. If you can just press F5, I think the presentation
Okay.
mode will be on.
Just a minute, please. Huh?
Yeah.
Now is it visible, Ankita?
Yeah.
The full
Now
slideshow. Okay. Also confirm that I will be just playing a silent music. If the music is also audible to you, huh? Just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, it's audible.
Excellent. Because there will be maybe some videos I will be showing, and hence I would like to, have the audio video. Thank you so much for that nice introduction. And just to brief me about myself, I come with 20 years of experience, worked in manufacturing, surveys. I worked also in academics, and now I'm completely on my own. I started my venture 3 years back, and the name is ProTouch. I personally work right now in the area of diversity, inclusion, POSH. I've also authored one book, and that is Where to Draw the Line, Complicated Relationships at Workplace. So this is the book which covers majorly 10 different cases where the use and misuse of POSH has taken place, and how companies are also struggling with, to implement the POSH. So I will recommend, if you are very much interested, you can have a look at it. It is available on Amazon. Uh, Honestly, I'm not promoting it, but I have also come across certain things that we do not have very live cases available as far as POSH area is concerned. Because if we look at it, we do not talk very openly about sexual harassment. We generally try to hide it, and we have taken the live cases. So that will be certainly useful, guide for you, and it gives you also understanding of current POSH Act. I also work in the area of women leadership, and as mentioned that I'm an NLP practitioner, theater artist. I also work as a external member of POSH committee. My major scope of work is more on diversity and inclusion, and then POSH. So I work on more broader terms. This is the picture from my play, The Rock, which was also around, coming up with the women band. and it was so much objected in few areas. I'm very, very fitness conscious. I can run around 21 kilometers at stretch. Industry has been very, very kind and recognized the efforts which I'm taking towards equality in true ways. Uh, our program of POSH and emotional intelligence also covered on various news channels. And this is my family, my son, Aryan, and my husband, Rahul. So that is about me. And I hope this much information is enough to begin today's program. In case if you would like to have more details about me, I will also share my contact details so that you can remain in touch with me in any area. There are certain things, mute your audio, be active participant. I mean, that is very important for all of us to speak very openly. Be respectful while we will be discussing, because today the topic which we will be covering may challenge certain our belief system. Sometimes even it will challenge our upbringing, because this expect us to unlearn a lot of things, because you will see a lot of social impact, the way we behave, the way we talk, and the time has come to unlearn those things. Do provide us your feedback, right? If your notepad is ready, it will be great. I think it will be also available. Afterwards, Ankita will, put it on social media sites, the recording of the program, and we will also follow the time. So my time is till 5 o'clock. So we will certainly follow that timing. Okay. So begin with, I just would like to know, what are your expectations from today's session? If you can just put it in the chat box, that will be really nice. And Ankita, if you can read out, what are your, one or two expectations from the session? Anything is coming, Ankita?
I think people will just start responding now.
Okay.
All of you who want to answer this question, use your chat box and please start answering. Understanding of POSH, yeah, basics
Okay.
of POSH, basically.
Basics of POSH. Absolutely. I think that is what we will be able to cover in entire program. I have one question for all of you. Like, why do you really think that we need sensitization sessions? If yes, just put why in the chat box. Do you really think that we need these sensitization sessions at workplace?
Absolutely.
Yes. Why do you think there is a need of sensitization program? Why do you think, we have so educated people working in all the corporates, they are, they knows their limits so well. Still, do you really think we need to conduct this sensitization session?
Okay, people have started answering so that people don't take things for granted.
Okay.
Still understanding about what comes under harassment and not clear to the most of us.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think most of us are not even, we don't even know what is sexual harassment is, right? So certainly today's session will give you a lot of insights on that. So if you look at it, the way we are working nowadays has changed completely. Again, I'm not talking about the typical COVID-19 situation. Before that, post that, during also. But earlier there used to be only 9 to 5 jobs. We never used to know what is happening in each other's personal life. Now we are 24/7 available. Sometimes our personal life is also all over, and people may tend to get judgmental about it. Are you with me? My WhatsApp status talk a lot about my life. My Facebook talks a lot about my life, right? And nowadays there is a very it has become very difficult to draw the line between my personal life and my professional life, right? Having said that, we have many people coming from different states, different nations, and with different background, because nowadays, organization do not look at what state you come from, what religion you have, what caste you have, whether you're a man or women, but organizations look at one thing, and that is talent. And talent has nothing called, gender or nationality or religion, right? And when the criteria has become talent, people from all over are coming and working together. And unconsciously, unintentionally, we also carry our culture at workplace, our own local and social culture at workplace. Now, here I do not mean to say that there is some problem with our culture. No, we do not say that. Okay. But still at workplace, there is organizational culture and we all need to be aware about it. So these are the things, and there are some blur lines, and sometimes unintentionally we tend to cross those lines. So we need to be very, very careful about it. Okay. Now, we use these words, diversity and inclusion, so frequently. We have heads, we have departments. Bigger companies also have dedicated team working for diversity and inclusion. But what does it mean? I mean to say, what do I mean by diversity? Anyone can put it in the chat box, please. What do I mean by diversity?
Just waiting for the answers.
Yes, yes. I can see some now chat box, but I think the black box must be coming on the screen. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, more than men and women need to know their rights. Okay, different cultures, different. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So different culture, different people coming together, that is diversity, right? So diversity is bigger concept than only men and women. Okay, diversity is defined as a characteristics like, people coming from different race, ethnicity, gender, religion, disability, uh, sexual orientation. So that is what is diversity. But then what do I mean by inclusion? What do I mean by inclusion? Giving extra opportunity, okay, to people who are special, yeah, okay. Inclusion, coming together, sharing common vision, real, very nice. Anup is saying treating everyone as equal, respecting and providing equal opportunity. So very rightly said. Inclusion is something appreciating our diversity, okay, and includes, I always say that diversity is incomplete without inclusion. It is so very important. And, all HR people, companies work on diversity. Like, for example, I also work as a diversity consultant. And when we have diversity audits, we get to know that there is a diversity. Like, for example, there are various kinds of people, 5 generations are working together. There are specially able people, different religions, everything. But very important, how is their life at workplace? Because the opposite of inclusion is exclusion. So when we look at, diversity, companies can take care of diversity, but inclusion is very, very important, and it is individual's responsibility. Are you with me? We may have different people, but are we respecting? Are we appreciating? Now, this question is, let's not take it very personally. We don't do that. Sometimes our mind also works in a particular way. Now, what do I mean by mind? Please understand, our brain understand, two things. One is a familiarity, and second is a similarity. Our brain makes us feel comfortable when there is a familiarity and when there is a similarity. If there is disconnect, then we don't feel comfortable. Are you with me?
Correct.
And in that process, we sometimes exclude people because we do not feel comfortable working with some people. So there are organizations are taking care of diversity and inclusion, but very important, inclusion is our individual responsibility. Many organizations are taking care of all these things because of mandate. That is, there is a law, there are policies, If you discriminate, then there are consequences. And it is must for you to have these policies at workplace. There are some organizations, they see some kind of profit. They see there is an impact on business. They see there's an impact on, I can get a revenue. And hence they do it. But how many organizations do it out of their social responsibility? That is the question mark. And that's why I call it as a MSW approach. M stands for must, mandate. S stands for social responsibility. And W stands for want. That means there is something I will get. But this is very important for all of us to have social accountability. Are you with me? Do you agree with me? I can see the chat box. Let me know. Thank you so much, Rashmi and Shruti, for your answers. So now let's see one video here. Okay, let's have a look at this video.
ये हो गया. Complete and recommended promotion list.
Thank you. Kiran, recommended by Rajat. Obviously.
Who's Kiran? And why obvious?
Sir, Kiran, star of Rajat's team. Rajat उसको हर प्रोजेक्ट में ले लेता है सर. He says they make a great team. यंग है, फ्रेशर है, पर रजत को उस पे पूरा भरोसा है सर. एंड जब देखो दे वर्किंग टुगेदर. नॉट जस्ट इन ऑफिस, दे स्पेंड वीकेंड्स आल्सो ऑन वर्क, ऑन डिस्कशंस, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग सेशंस या सम प्रेजेंटेशंस. सबसे पहले ऑफिस आते हैं, सबसे लेट निकलते हैं. फॉर देम इट्स ऑल अबाउट वर्क सर.
हम भी देखें रजत का रिकमेंडेशन.
श्योर सर.
Yes sir.
हाँ, किरण को अंदर भेजना.
Sure sir.
Thank you. Everyone, this is Kiran.
If the message is clear, then let me know in the chat box. If this video brings a smile on your face, please let me know in the chat box. Yes or no? Yes, Shruti. It's very clear. Yes, we get it. Right? I have one question for all of you. Anup is also saying yes. Kirti is saying yes. But if you can see, we both, men as well as women, looked at a particular community in a similar way. Are you with me? Yes. Like for example, if this is the gender biasness, if we have, then women shouldn't have seen in the similar way. Are you getting my point or not? But what is happening here, that we all are looking at a particular community or towards women in a particular way. And this is called unconscious bias. See, if there is a bias, like for example, someone is discriminating, something is happening, if it is very visible, policies will work. If it is, it is something against law, the law will work. But if it is subtle, it will not work. Are you with me or not? And there are so many things are so subtle way that we didn't even realize that this is happening. I hope I'm making a sense to all of you. Let me know in the chat box, please. Yes, subconsciously, we thought something else. Absolutely. Right? And Priyal, thank you so much for showing that agreement, because we all see it in some way towards a particular gender, right? And that is called unconscious bias. Okay. And now this example right now, I have given you only gender bias. But along with this, we all carry different kinds of biases. But looking at today's session, we are focusing on gender bias. the way we look at particular role. Like, for example, I can give you the example. There was one participant of mine who was attending my training session. He said, madam, 2020, January 1st, I was in the gym and I decided that I will transform my body. I took a yearly membership of that particular gym. And after 5 minutes, I asked for a refund. I was very curious to know, why did you do that? And he said that, I got to know my gym instructor is female. The officials, administrators in that gym, they said that, we have great transformational stories. We have, she has transformed the lives. But I was not convinced that a lady can be gym instructor of men. See, she can be a counselor. She can be, a doctor. She can be, I hope you're getting my point. But okay, she can be even instructor to ladies, but gym instructor, my gym instructor cannot be female. Are you getting my point? It takes a lot of time, and we have gender-based roles. And in subtle way, we have gender biasness. And working towards that, it becomes very difficult. But now what is happening, these kind of biases, what is there in individual's mind? Please understand, what is there in individual's mind is also impacting our work-related decisions. For example, it can be hiring, it can be assigning the role, it can be, promotion, it can be anything. But subconsciously, we will always keep on thinking that there is a gap. Are you with me? Yes or no? And again, I'm saying it is not men towards women. It is we all towards women or men. Getting my point or not? Let me know. In the chat box, please. Right? Absolutely. The way we make our career decision, after mid-level, we don't want to grow and we think, no, work-life balance is fine with me. But at the similar time, few women face the glass ceiling. Few women, they themselves have this self-limiting belief because we all get biased towards a particular community. And hence what happens? Absolutely, you can say that. But having said that, Anup, we also carry a lot of biases towards men as well. Like, for example, we may deviate somewhere here. Men don't cry. Ladke rote nahi. And the reason we get to see the impact in the societal tendency. Are you with me? Men need to be only for bread earners in the family. Why? Men don't want to look beautiful or they don't want to groom. Why? So what I'm trying to say is, if we are talking about equality, let's be equal. Are you with me? Mahilaon ka samman, sabka samman. That is what, we have great slogans. It is sabka samman. But having said that, the biases towards women is very high because of the social impact. I hope you are with me. And what is happening? Sometimes the basic things like career opportunities, like, getting a job opportunity are taken away from women. Still in many not companies, but still our socially mindset is we look at women as an object. Unfortunately. And hence, this law has come into the picture to give equal rights, that is prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. Now, every word is very important in this law. Prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. Prevention of sexual harassment of women at workplace. So as long as this law is concerned, currently only and only women are covered under this law. Having said that, we have wonderful companies coming up, believe in gender equality, and they have equal policies. Okay, so you need to look at your company policy, and there is a your company will have equal rights. Like for example, if these kind of things happens with you, then you are also covered. But legally, still there is a difference. Okay, but we may expect some changes in this law, but I cannot tell you right now because the law currently is covering only women. Are you with me? First thing, let me know in the comment box. Just type Y. Great. Thank you, Shruti. Shruti is being very, very active and communicative. Thank you so much. Right? And let me tell you, yes, it is not right now only Me Too. Even again, there is a bias that men don't face this. No, there is a possibility that even men face this. But yes, the percentage of women facing these incidences is way higher. Okay. And when we are talking about it, okay, it is coming into the picture. Okay, now it is fine. Just a minute. Huh? Now is it fine?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it side because I can also see the chat. Okay, so the percentage is very high. That is the challenge. Okay. Now, again, let me tell you one thing. Many people think as a hota hi nahi hai. These things are not happening. But let me tell you, this is not like that. Because things are not happening in front of your and my eyes. Because these things never happens in front of you and me. Are you getting my point? It happens behind the cabin. And hence we feel it is not happening. Many people don't attempt to talk about it. They don't raise their voice. They just silently leave the company. And hence, if you feel that things are not happening, then it will be a misunderstanding. Okay, it will be a myth. So now let's try to understand history of this act. Bhavri Devi case happened in 1992. First of all, Bhavri Devi case was not a case of sexual harassment. It was rape. Okay, I'll just tell you that how this case has come into the picture. Now, before this also many incidences happened. But Bhavri Devi was working with, was working on someone else's farm. While doing so, she was also doing social work. When you do social work, you do have enemies. And while she was working on someone else's farm, she was gang raped by 5 people in front of her husband. So first of all, it was a rape case. There is a difference between rape and sexual harassment. But why this case has become important factor? Because looking at this case, first time in India, the voice was raised that if this kind of things happen at the workplace, then it is employer's responsibility to give safe work environment. And this voice was raised by many NGOs, but majorly the NGO's name Vishakha worked very hard towards this act. And hence in 1997, we got Vishakha guidelines. But guidelines are guidelines, right? If you don't follow guidelines, what will happen? Big deal, right? In 2002 also the attempt was made to pass this act, but I think we were all waiting for another incident to happen, which happened in 2012, and that was Nirbhaya case. And that is where we realized that things can go to any level, and hence this act was passed that at least when women are spending 8 hours at workplace, they should be safe. And hence this act has come into the picture in 2013. I hope the history is clear to everyone. Yeah. And this act is divided into 3 parts: prevent, prohibit, and redress. And this act has given 5 definitions. First is sexual harassment, another is employer, third is workplace and extended workplace, fourth is aggrieved woman or aggrieved person, and fifth is forms of sexual harassment. This law is completely around this. So anytime if case happens, it is very important for all of us to see the applicability of these 5 concepts. Let's have a look at it. What do we mean by sexual harassment? Sexual harassment includes any one or more of the following unwelcome acts. Now, the very important terminology here is unwelcome, because the act can be welcome. We all are adults. We always say, because we cannot say that you cannot have relationships at workplace, because then we go against human rights. Hence, we say that don't have relationships, because till the time the relationships are, going fine, if, the relationships are going consensual way, then it's fine. But the moment you have breakup, the next day sexual harassment case comes. Of course, the cases are investigated in some other ways, and we get lot of evidences. Having said that, don't have relationships at workplace. Now, this act says the following 5 things. One is physical contact. This is what we all know, that if there is a physical contact, if someone touches someone, it falls under sexual harassment. But if there are advances, then also it falls under sexual harassment. A demand we know, like for example, you give me sexual favors, I will give you promotion, I will give you transfer. But even a request falls under sexual harassment. Please understand, if you think that there are no requests are happening, then again it is another myth. This is happening with widows. This is happening with single mothers. This is happening with, single parents. So please be careful. You cannot even request. Making sexually colored remarks. When we say making sexually colored remarks, I mean to say talking about a body part of women. Non-veg jokes are not allowed at workplace. Intentionally, unintentionally, we think and talk about it. We handled one case where they mentioned, one lady went on a maternity leave, and when she came back, she lost her weight. Generally, we tend to put on the weight. And everyone was complimenting. This gentleman also complimented her that, wow, you're looking nice. She said, thank you. But he said another statement, but I'm happy that you have not lost the weight where it is required. Do you think that this person has crossed the line here? Let me know. Do you think this person has crossed the line? But this person was very clear that, madam, I had no intention to say this way. If I had such kind of intention, then I wouldn't have said this in front of everyone. He has absolutely right point. But this is what we say social impact. Because in your and my house, sometimes we have heard these lines saying, women too slim, they don't look good. Wherever weight is required, it is required. And we have heard these lines, and unintentionally, we are crossing the lines at workplace. Showing pornography. Let me tell you, during work from home times, this has gone up. Sending messages, link, and I'm getting little, biased maybe, but I want to say certain things. If you have young team members, please be careful, because for them, it is absolutely okay. Any other unwelcome physical, verbal, non-verbal conduct. Saying no at the right time is very important, but many times women don't say no at the right time. They keep waiting. I don't think so. It was his intention. Am I feeling that? If you find it uncomfortable, your body talks, your mind talks. You need to say no at the right time. There are verbal, that is, if you are referring hung, baby, sex, mal, item, these are the words are prohibited. Whistling, Hindi movies has taught us a lot that, hero always says, this is fine. No, this is not fine. Unfortunately, instead of correcting that, many women have also started whistling. So please understand, it is not allowed at workplace. Talking about specific body parts, sexual jokes are not allowed, right? Looking at the person up and down, these are the things are very common. Sometimes people look at the middle part towards the chest of women. It is not allowed. Very important now, cyber stalking has become very, very common. People are downloading DPs, your WhatsApp DPs and status, and they keep it to themselves. Please understand, it is not allowed. Take care of your emojis which you are using on groups, right? I personally say that, how are you approaching people? What words you are using at workplace are also very important. Okay. So now, for example, sometimes we use words like dear, sweetheart, beauty. I will only say one thing. Will you use such kind of words to men? Hey, handsome, your DP is nice. How many times we use this terminology towards men? Do we? Then why towards women? Sweetheart, sweetie, and women also take it. So I think this is where we need to draw the line. And when I look at the POSH Act talks about DQ. What is DQ? Your decency quotient. It doesn't talk very big things. These are very obvious things. But unfortunately, we have to say this very clearly now. Okay? Because maybe somewhere it is chalta hai attitude in our society. So unwelcome, sexual in nature, subjective. Impact matters, not the intent. This line is very important, and saying no at the right time is very important when we talk about sexual harassment. Another is employer. That is, when we say employer is responsible, who is responsible? Very important. The supervisors, managers, HODs are very important in this. And we always say that, how do you create your team culture? Every organization has got culture, department has got culture, and even team has a culture. And it is a role modeling behavior is expected from managers. I still remember I had one boss, and his reporting officer was woman. And he always used to say, Aparna, give me that report fast because, wo auntie ko aag lagi hai. What kind of words? I was very young that time, but these words always used to hurt. Can you take a stand there? And your organization culture plays a major role in this, right? Workplace. That means where all this law is applicable, all the places, government organization, NGOs, nursing homes, educational institute, everywhere. But this act has also given extended workplace. Extended workplace means when you are going to different branches, your pick up and drop buses, if you are traveling, if the official parties are there, then also if any incident happens, it is employer's responsibility to give safe work environment. And the POSH Act gets applicable. Suppose only your team becomes like your friends, and you go out and certain things happen, it is unofficial party, POSH Act will not get applicable. Okay. Who is the agreed person? Everyone. Now, for example, if you look at this chart, domestic workers, regular, temporary, ad hoc, interns, probationer, everyone is, covered in this act. Even the visitors are covered under this act. Okay. And, sometimes when we look at the applicability of the act, many people think, when I talk about POSH Act to some startups or mid-scale companies, they say, Aparna, we don't have women employees. Janjat hi nahi rakhi hai. sad part of it. And even though you don't have women employees, this act still gets applicable. Now, let me tell you one thing, that when you need to have the internal committee, okay, we will come to that discussion later on. Okay, so I hope these terminologies are clear to all of you, right? Till aggrieved women. The last thing is this: forms of sexual harassment. The first is quid pro quo. That means this for that. You give me sexual favors and I will give you preferential treatment. I will give you promotion. If that is happening in the power matrix, then sexual harassment, that is POSH Act, gets applicable. Forms of sexual harassment. Second part is hostile work environment. That means humiliating treatment. Like, for example, there was one boss used to always ask his, secretary to sit in front of him in a particular way. Do you think the person will be able to work? He is mentioning what colors suits you, what colors you should wear tomorrow. Please understand, and this young girl thinks my job will go, his intention may not be like that. Yes, you are saying very nice, Niladri, but sometimes many women also do not have a choice. They need that job. Please understand. Sometimes you and me are in a position to leave that job and look for other job, right? But may not be there. And at the same time, they are also, these people are so influencing that these women cannot raise their voice. And that is called hostile work environment. Okay, we have to be very clear about it. So I think before going to this, I want to tell you certain things which I missed out. The applicability of the law. This law is applicable to entire India. Okay, whether you have male employees, whether you have female employees or not. It is and this act has divided all the companies or the entire industry in two parts. One is organized sector, another is unorganized sector. Organized sector where more than 10 employees are working, like many of you must be working in such area. Unorganized sector where less than 10 employees are working. Okay, when your organization falls under organized sector, it is compulsory to have, mandatory to have internal committee. IC. Many still people call it ICC. Earlier it was known as ICC, now it is IC. Okay. So if any incidents happens, you need to go and directly talk to your IC. You do not have to talk to HR. You do not have to talk to your colleagues, peers, and then go. No, directly go and talk to IC. Now, how IC gets formed? It will have a presiding officer, and she will be a woman. And hence, if you don't have women employees, the first question comes, what is the work you are doing that you don't have a single lady working with you? Right? So presiding officer has to be a lady. There can be members, 2 members minimum, male or female. You should have 50-50 representation of male and female so that all the genders, or sex is the right word, feel safe. There should not be unconscious biases coming in. And there should be external member who has the complete knowledge of this act, can be NGO person, can be an advocate, has a complete knowledge and working in this area. Okay, so that is about LIC, internal committee. But now you have less than 10 people. Where do you go? You can go to LC. LC is a local committee formed by a nodal officer on district level. Okay. You can also launch an FIR. But please remember, go to your IC first, because all other outsider committees will come to IC first. Are you with me? Yes. Hence, it is very important to have IC in place. If your company doesn't have IC, then there will be 50,000 rupees fine. There is also one initiative called SheBox. SheBox is a sexual harassment electronic box. This is Mrs. Menaka Gandhi's initiative, where you can go and launch a complaint, and complaint will be handled or attended within 48 hours. But that committee also will come back to IC first, and hence your IC is very important. It is very important, mandatory for you to have IC. You need to conduct continuous sensitization programs. There are 2 levels of program I also conduct. One is employee sensitization, which is generally 2 to 3 hours program. And another is IC capacity building, because your IC members also needs to be capable to handle the cases. Okay, so these 2 programs you all need to do, because at the end of the year, you need to give annual report. Okay, and that report needs to show what, even though you have not got any single case, but still you need to give the report. Sham, I will come to what you are discussing. Let me complete what is the right now most important thing you should not miss out. Okay. So this is most important for you. The submission of the complaint should be within 3 months of the last incident. Sometimes companies have given in their policy even 6 months is fine. Notice to the respondent within 7 days of receiving the copy of the complaint. Completion of the inquiry should be within 90 days. This is mandatory on IC. Submission of the report within 10 days of completion of the inquiry. Implementation of recommendations should be 60 days. And if you are not satisfied with the judgment, you can also appeal within 90 days of the recommendation. And if you found guilty, what is it that you are going to happen? First, your policy will be followed. Written apology, withholding of promotion, withholding of pay increase, counseling session, termination, even financial damages. There have been cases where even 25 lakhs harasser had to pay as a compensation. Okay, so kindly be open about it. So on that note, I would like to show you the one video.
ઘણા ટાઈમથી વાટ જોઉં છું તમારા ફોનની.
બાબુ દે ને રાજા.
નહીં હું તમારીથી વાત કરતો હતો. જોવા
હેલો ला दो ला दे ना.
दीदी क्या है सब
हेलो. हाँ
रोज नहीं आती.
हाँ मैं आ रही हूँ.
अरे दे दे, इनको ही दे दे. हम इसको रख के भी क्या करेंगे. चल ला इधर.
हाय जिसे भगवान ने नहीं अपनाया उसे इंसानों का ये समाज क्या अपनाएगा. ला मेरा बच्चा दे दे इधर.
ये क्या तमाशा लगा रखा है. अस्पताल है ये. आवाज नीचे, वरना तुम सबको बाहर निकाल दूंगी.
तू क्या निकालेगी. हमें तुम लोगों ने अंदर ही कमाने दिया था ना मेरे लल्ला.
रुको, कहाँ लेके जा रही हो बच्चे को.
ऐसी जगह जहाँ इससे हर रोज कोई ये ना पूछे कि लड़का है कि लड़की है ना लल्ला.
मुझसे तो कोई नहीं पूछता. मैं बस सब इंस्पेक्टर रितिका हूँ.
जी वो बर्थ डिटेल्स का फॉर्म फिल करवाना था.
ये देखो. मुझसे भी कोई नहीं पूछेगा।
अरे चलो रे चलो।
This is the last video which I wanted to show it to all of you. And you know, the entire discussion is all about men, women. And this is the time has come to go beyond being, you know, men and women. And the time has come to become more human. We have no right to discriminate or take away the opportunity from someone just because we are not familiar and we are not similar. On that note, I will say that, you know, my session is from my side, the session is over, and now we can take the questions. I hope you have taken down my contact details, right? So I'm also
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Aparna. I think we have a couple of questions. We can start
We
with
will take.
Sham's
Thank you,
question.
Priyam. Thank you so much. Yes, Sham, I'm looking at your question now. If an India employee goes abroad on project and face sexual harassment, yes, on-site manager, there are two things will be there in this case. First of all, employee is yours. So wherever it becomes the extended workplace for that employee, whoever is going away first. So extended workplace. So it is our responsibility. But where it is happening, so there will be two ICs will get in touch with. That is, even that is your responsibility. And yes, the law of land also gets applicable. And let me tell you, the person goes anywhere, the law is same. There are only 3 to 4 countries, you know, which has got a gender neutral or something laws, but other rest have similar law. Okay. So the law there also it gets applicable, here also gets applicable, but the primary responsibility remains with the employer. Getting my point? So that's how I hope that addresses the query, right?
Thank you, Dr. Aparna. Guys, we have time to take a question or two. So in case you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. At the same time, in case you want to connect with her personally also, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to take your questions.
I will certainly. I mean, that's the reason, because see, I'm working for the cause. Very important. And my cause is very simple. That is equality and inclusion, right? That is what I'm working. If anyone needs any help, I'm available. I conduct a lot of sessions. I write a lot about it, right? So there is another question has come from Pooja. If the team goes out to party, will the, yes. So Pooja, there is a little twist here, and I know many people take it in a very defensive way. Okay, but the act is like that. I will tell you what is it. First, if the team is going out on their own and some incidents happen and there is no team manager of theirs, then it is not company's responsibility. But if the team manager is there, then it is company's responsibility. I hope I'm clear. Even, for example, if the party is sponsored by company, team leader is not there and sponsored by company, and they just went on their own, still the law gets applicable. I hope that addressed your question, Pooja. Mehak, how do you get to know that if the person is guilty or not? Absolutely a wonderful question, Mehak. And that is where the IC interventions comes into the picture. There are many ways we are trained in that way that we find out. But having said that, this act has got one very important part, that is prevention. So we have to take the steps that these things should not happen. So it has to be a part of culture. Your boards, like for example, here in Gurgaon, Noida, wherever I go, in manufacturing companies, they're very particular about all this. Even at the visitor gate where I'm signing, there is a board. Whether the boards are there, whether the CCTVs are there, whether you talk, immediately the subtle way someone has said, वो ladies मिलके गई हैं. ये क्या बोलने का तरीका है? I mean, वो ladies की बात हो रही है. नहीं. We are at workplace where everywhere only thing there are many women. So as a managers and company, we have to take immediately act if someone is passing gender insensitive comments. Your policy communication, like for example, when I'm working as an external member with many companies, it cannot be done only once in a year, once POSH training is done and done. No. What I personally do, we take quarterly interventions. Every quarter, one thing should be done, which may not be directly related to POSH, but yes, about equality, which we are talking. I hope that I addressed that question, Mehek. And, IC members are very, very now clear on that. It's not like that, Mehek, like for example, some ladies coming crying and then say, he has done like this, and I also trust on that. That will not work. I will show my empathy and all, but when the investigation will happen, the investigation will be completely neutral. I hope I addressed, Mehek, your question. My previous company director used to share employees inappropriately. We used to discuss this. Yes, right. 2 employees went and discussed and HR, yeah. So there are 2 ways. Okay, not necessarily that every time you have to have a POSH, because many women or employees don't want to use this POSH all the time. So there are formal ways and informal ways. Suppose someone is coming and telling you informally, ऐसा हो रहा है, we need to fix it. Take action. Don't wait for the bigger things to happen. Okay, so don't wait for the POSH case to happen. If something is happening, you can have one-on-one things. So I hope that address your, Shruti has said something, right? Yes. Whom we should address if the person is harassing is on higher position. This is another challenge of IC members, that if the person is influential, then stakeholder comes into the picture. But law is law. Please understand, removing, asking, and I don't like using this terminology called lower level jobs, and know what they feel it's a lower level job. It is easy. But if the leaders are only doing this, then what we can see? Let me tell you one thing, Shruti, I've seen in my life, the senior most people have got, once we get the valid proofs, we have also even asked the person to leave in next minute by just sealing laptop and everything and just go. We don't even want handover, just go. That has happened. I hope that address. And hence, in IC members also don't have very influencing people. We should have very neutral people. Okay, so otherwise conflict of interest will come. And sometimes, let me tell you another thing here. There can be the possibility that, there can be conflict of interest. Like for example, I have to give the complaint, and the IC member's best friend is the same person against whom I'm giving the complaint. Then what should I do? I can also tell to step down for that particular inquiry. So that is also possible. I hope that addressed your question, Shruti. So a woman doesn't react for the first 4 or 5 times and reacts after 6 times. Can she have? Yes, you can do that. Because sometimes, people also do not want to take step immediately. They also keep on give some chances. Sometimes, I've also come across some cases where women gave, indications This is not good. Don't say this in front of everyone. Don't look at me like this. Don't ask for coffee again and again. What is it that you want to talk to me? What is it that you want to sit in another cafeteria? Let's sit here now. But then people say, no, she was not serious. उन्होंने हंस के बात की थी. अरे, because that lady also knows that tomorrow both of us need to work together, and she's bothered about the relationship impact. She doesn't want to take it to higher level. Then everyone will not say like Amitabh Bachchan, no means no. They will tell you in a nice way. Listen to them. But if it is not happening, then the person will take. But not after 7 to 8 years on Twitter. That's the wrong way of doing. I hope I addressed that question. Pooja. Yeah, so any other, I think that's all from my side.
I think there is one question. Is it okay to have a committee only at head office, or is it needed in all branches?
So you need to take a call on that. Okay, that how many people are working everywhere. Like for example, I'm working with one of the manufacturing companies, and they have huge plants everywhere, where around thousands of employees are working there. So that is where we cannot take committee, because please understand, what is the objective of the committee? Objective of the committee that people should feel approachable. Someone is sitting in corporate office, I've never seen that person, and I have to tell this. Will you feel comfortable? So objective is that. But having said that, now there is another company where they have only 20 people, and all that, their head office is in Noida, right? But few people are sitting, one person is sitting in Mumbai and all. So in that, we have kept it central. So you need to take that call. But when you have many people working, don't take that chance. I hope that I addressed that question. Can you give ideas how can more and more people come for? So Mehak, I'm sorry, I'm using a particular Hindi word here. उकसाना नहीं है लोगों को हमें. Comfort देना है. They should feel comfortable. So again, the communication, and please understand, there are two things are very important. You say, no, I will keep it confidential. You come and talk to me. You come. This never works until and unless they see it. Okay. So zero tolerance should be seen. Zero tolerance should be there. So again, it's a part of communication and culture. Because as an IC member, we cannot also force someone to write the complaint. Because the complaint has to be given by the complainant. Okay, so we need to ask whether she wants to give it in writing or not. I hope I addressed that question, Mahek. But what does Act say? On what, Pooja?
I think she's talking about the branches, like
Act is silent on that, Pooja. Act ke liye, what you can do is, you can just go on Google, and I'm just typing it in the chat box, POSH handbook. To download POSH handbook, you will get all this. This is around 50 pages document. From Google, you can take PDF, but case to case things happens, and laws still loosely talking about certain things,
Right. Okay, guys, we are kind of running out of time. So I want to thank you all for joining in this session. And thank you so much, Dr. Aparna. It was really insightful. And this is a topic that everyone wanted to hear about. And we finally got to know a lot of basic things.